So I'm going to be talking to you about the gender gap, the shortage of women in technology, why it's a problem, how it became a problem, and how we can fix it, especially in respect to stereotypes, because that is a really big problem today. So if you look at the picture that's about to come up on the slide sometime. Anyway, yes, okay, that. Now you Google computer scientist, that is the first picture that comes up. That's what society thinks a computer scientist looks like. Yeah, that's not a girl, which is kind of a problem, and that's kind of where we're getting our problem today. Girls see this and they're like, okay, I don't look like that. Obviously, I can't sit on a computer and build technology objects. So a lot of them become afraid and will not study computer science for that reason. And then when they do, there's this problem called sexism, and it's kind of a real thing that happens. And I don't know if you know about the thing going on at GitHub right now, but I suggest you Google GitHub because the first thing that comes up isn't actually the website GitHub anymore, which I found out was pretty interesting. But so there are issues going on where women in the workforce are really discriminated against because they don't look like everyone else. And this is an issue that happens to young girls. Even at like 5 or 6, they're told that they need to dress in pink frilly dresses, be a princess, and then grow up and wait for Prince Charming. So there's products like Goldilocks which are trying to change this. They're trying to create toys which use engineering concepts to help young girls become excited about technology because that's a thing that they should be excited about. So now let's address how bad of a problem this is. So girls comprise 56% of all AP test takers, only 19% of all APCS takers. I'm one of those girls, which I probably count for like 1% because really there's not that many girls taking this test. In college, women earn 57% of all undergraduate degrees, but only 18% are CS degrees. Now, if you look at the APCS test statistics, women have never crossed the 5,000 mark. That's really low because CS is the lowest average test taken anyway, so this number is ridiculously small. And then when you look at it in college, this gets even worse. Girls start to drop out at a younger age. So here's college. This is intended major, not actually graduating major. Girls are at 1% right now. This number has started to drop even though technology has started to increase. And this is intended. Half of these girls are going to drop out by the time that they finish college. They're not going to graduate with a CS major. And a lot of this is because of the discrimination they're going to face. By the time you get to college, there's even more sexism. This was done by college students. It's a magazine that uses women in bikini to advertise technology products because they think the sexualization of women will help their products sell. And that's all women are seen to be good for in technology, which is kind of sad to me a little bit. I don't know about you guys. I think that's not really okay. So let's readdress the issue of where is this problem coming from. So yes, stereotypes. We think women are only good at one thing, so women think they're only good at one thing. But what women really want is they want to help people. They want to make a difference in the world, and no one's ever told them that they can do that with CS, right? So they think that they're going to be sitting at a computer, programming all day and not doing anything important for the world. And this is shown here. They want a communal career. They want to be creative and innovative. And really, women could care less about the prestige and security of their job. Yes, they want to be secure, but they want to make an impact. And if they think that they can't do that, they're not going to go into a field that's just going to provide them with this security because they won't get as much happiness out of what they're doing in their lives. So why is it important? It's simple. Women make up half of our population, and we're not accessing that. We could have so much more in our world if we brought more women in and had them doing more things with technology. We're only getting half of what we could have in our society today. We could have so much more innovation and so many more global problems solved if more women were involved with technology. Besides that fact, there's a projected 1.4 million computing jobs that are going to be open by 2020. Only 400,000 projected computer science students and degrees, which means if you have a computer science degree, you're going to have a job. Like, there's no questions. There's so much demand that can't be filled right now that so many people I've talked to are saying there's no talent out there. We can't find someone to fill the job that we're looking to fill. This is advertised here again. Of the students in STEM fields, only 2% of those are computer science students. But of the STEM degrees and the STEM jobs, 60% are computer science jobs, which, look at that description, 62%. Where does that equal anything? And then you look at this, the STEM occupations that are going to be out there, the top 3 are related to computer science in some way. We're seeing a shift from regular math and science towards computer science. Our world is changing. It's more technology-oriented now, and women need to see this and see how important it is they get involved with technology now rather than later. And for those that are worried about finances, you're going to make a lot of money if you go into technology. It's kind of a known fact that you'll be well off, okay? Don't worry about it. Of the top 10 programs with the highest 20-year return, 9 of them are computer science degrees and programs. And those are pretty good numbers, I think, right? I wouldn't mind earning that kind of money. So basically, there's no argument that women should have access to this. They should have access to be part of the change in our world because our world is slowly becoming a world that revolves around technology. That's just where we're headed. So women should be a part of this because they're half of the population. There's no reason they should sit on the sideline and not understand what's going on around them because they could be the ones who are really making the change. If you see here, these are two of the most famous computer scientists. On the left is Admiral Grace Hopper. She coined the term debugging. She actually picked a moth out of a computer, an actual bug, for those of you who don't know. And then Ada Lovelace on the right, she was the first computer scientist. Yes, the first computer scientist was a girl, so you'd think, there'd be more of us around, but there's really not. But there are efforts being made today, and it's important that everyone know about these efforts. For those of you, I don't know how many of you know about code.org, but they just launched an initiative in Chicago that's going to bring computer science to so many more elementary schools that it's actually going to be considered a graduation requirement now in some high schools, including my own, I believe. And there's a new campaign called Ban Bossy. Many girls, when they have characteristics that are similar to males, are treated differently. For guys, they're like, oh, you're strong, you're independent, but girls are called bossy. So we're trying to get society to lean away from using those terms on girls because there should be a praise in all genders, not just males. So what can you do? It's important that everyone realize that you can be a part of the change and you can help break these stereotypes and you can help eliminate the gender gap by making sure that girls know that they can be whatever they want to be, that they can go into technology, that they can be a part of this, and that they don't need to dress up in pink frilly dresses and, want to grow up to be a princess because that's a little unrealistic, but they can grow up to be a computer scientist and make a lot of money.